I just thought I'd give you an idea of how I use some of my many collage papers. I use them a lot in my journals. I've got like a bunch of journals on the go because I can't stand waiting. So I've put like here's some collage paper here and here, here and there. So there's collage paper all over this one. There's a bit of a book page down here. It often gets covered up and that's okay. Not finished works in progress, by the way. There's a lot of collage paper in that mess. I have to fix that one up. Someday. Sometimes it's not just paper, so I challenge myself to do something in more neutrals, and I use some cardboard and stuff to make this. This one's got some book pages in it, a couple of different book pages. Part of the book cover, oh no, that was a bit of paper that I stripped off some tile that we have for our bathroom, and this is a clothing tag, so I'll use anything collage. This pink, really nice pink one here, what that actually is plastic. I had a painting that I put a sheet of clear plastic on top of and smushed just to sort of take my hand out of the painting, and then when I pulled the plastic off, the plastic was really nice, so I've used that in a bit of collage. There's no rules. Just do what you feel. There's quite a bit of collage in here, but I can't, like there's a bit here that's a bit of collage. It often gets buried in my work. I think this is a bit of tissue paper. I don't care. You can see this is a little bit wrinkled or whatever. I don't care if things wrinkle or bubble. I'm old enough, I accept my wrinkles. That's playing again with labels and a pretty little lace from a bra, whatever. Let's see, what else have I got? I actually made like a junk journal. I took an old book and ripped the book pages out of it. And of course I'll use the book pages in my collage, but then I use some of my collage papers to create pages that I'll go in later and rework. So this is basically, let me see, that was just a bit of butcher paper. This is a bag from the liquor shop. This is a sheet of tracing paper that I painted. That was an email that I printed out and now I've painted over. So I've got lots of stuff to go in and work on. This was obviously one of the book pages. So I'll go in and keep working on this one. My journals are basically never finished, so I'll just keep working and working away on them. Even in my bujo, which is not a traditional bujo, you can see I started off thinking, 2022 bujo, I thought I was going to do all this planning, and then I realized in sort of late December that I'm just not that person. And now the cover says Sarah's completely random book of stuff. Fuck planning. Excuse my language. But I've got some of this stuff of looking back, and I've got my index, and I did my little future log. You can see I don't plan much. It comes up and it happens, right? But I've got collage papers in there. I had my big rocks that Louise called some big rocks, and I defined them, and then I did 2 of them in January, so I've covered them over with collage paper and I've put new big rocks in there. Maybe I'm not thinking big enough. Who knows? I've got more. I covered something here with a quote, so I just put a piece of collage paper in and then wrote my quote on top of it. Just random bits of collage it makes me happy to put them down. I don't know. So I've got all sorts of stuff in here. Busy. This was Louise's mindset. January prompts, I went all through them and I wrote all the questions down here for me to think about. And by the time I was finished, it was so full that there was no room for collage. So I just put a bit of gouache on there because that made me happy. Yeah, so collage. So, and speaking of not throwing away paper, I don't throw away any paper if I can help it. So I've just started this kind of junk journal kind of thing. And I actually have made this using the pages from a catalog. So just gesso your pages and start working on them. Like this is collage, bit of gesso, some Inktense pencil and charcoal. And I have something to play with there, and it cost me nothing for the book. So then I translate some of that information that I get from my sketchbooks, my journals, into paintings. So this is a little one. This is some collage paper up here that was just stained. A bit closer. That was part of a receipt. So I use grocery store receipts. This one it's too big to show. a lot of collage in it. There's book pages, there's some other papers, dark lights. If I need a dark and I want to put it down fast, I'll pick up a piece of collage paper and see if it works. And if it does work, I'll stick it in. And then this one is, I wanted some red tape. So I painted some paper red and then cut it into strips and taped it in. So lots of ideas there for using collage paper.